DC, Maryland, Virginia. By a show of hands, how many of you are familiar with the Music in Me Foundation International? You see, their mission is, well, it's real simple. It's really to reduce the literacy gap among disadvantaged youth, prevent bullying, build self-esteem, and eliminate self-limitation by providing fun, multimedia arts presentations, inspiring children's literature, and an engaging digital platform designed to provide teachers, counselors, and administrators with a meaningful measurement tool and data collection system to help students discover their music or their strengths. You see, this program is truly one of a kind in that, well, it really provides a holistic approach to education that reaches all students through the arts. Now they're getting set for Adams Morgan Day. Of course, that takes place later today, 12 noon to be exact, at Marie Reed Elementary School, the play space, if you will. It's located at 2201 18th Street in the heart of Northwest DC. So what's to be expected? Well, the festival is the longest running free indie arts festival in DC and one of the largest one-day festivals in the country. It's going to be packed full of music. We're talking about rap, dance, hip-hop, mime, video, and storytelling, as well as an interactive drumming circle equipped with over 70 instruments. All right, you heard me talk about it, but why don't we find out about it from the founder of none other than the Music in Me Foundation International. Her name, Jane Pinczuk. We're also joined this morning by Mr. Floyd Williams. He's better known as Magic Music Man, both of which are kind enough to join me this morning right here on Community Focus. Jane, you're no stranger to the program. Welcome back.
Thank you so much, Guy. It's great to be here.
Well, it's great to see you this morning. You always make me smile. You know, you're one of the most positive people I know. It's early in the morning and you're already smiling from ear to ear.
Oh, well, you know what? I can't thank you enough. First of all, I have to say it's easy to be positive. Easy to be positive around WPGC. You guys are the best.
Well,
I want to thank you so much for all your support.
Well, you're welcome. Because you really give back to the community. So many people talk the talk but don't walk the walk, and you do just that. Of course, you're also joined, sitting right next to you is Mr. Floyd Williams. He's the Magic Music Man. We're going to chit-chat with Floyd in just a second, but Jane, first, folks that are hearing about this for the first time, and I'm not referring to Adams Morgan Day Festival, I'm referring to the Music in Me Foundation International. You heard me touch on it, but how did it come to be, and what's it all about?
Music in Me Foundation was ultimately inspired by my children. And a bunch of years ago, well, let me first start with what launched the program was Bobby McFerrin worked with me. And
that's the guy that sings "Don't Worry, Be Happy." That guy,
he
right?
Sure does. And you know what's so crazy is Bobby and I have had a very long relationship, like 24 years. Lets you know how old I am. Anyhow, he was kind enough to help me launch this program. He wrote the foreword for the Music in Me, it's a book. It's part of our Rap on Reading series. They're rap-along, read-along books. And that was inspired by my son, Sam, who is a professional photojournalist.
By the way, he's in the room
filming us right now. He is in the room.
He's invisible,
right though. That's right. He's a fly on the wall. So anyhow, what started this is many years ago, I have a daughter who actually is also a professional journalist as well. And my children had some challenges of their own. My daughter was 11 and she couldn't read or write. And it was very difficult for her actually to find her music, her voice, if you will. And so along this journey, Michelle actually found her voice at 13. And she found herself writing for the New York Times and for teen magazines. Wow. And during this time, she was also battling a life-threatening illness. And while we were in the hospital, my son was pretty much on his own, and he wasn't diagnosed, and we found out that he had some learning differences. And I was praying that, wow, I hope he finds his voice too. And next thing you know, he turns 13, he becomes a professional photojournalist, working for PBS and NPR and Chinese TV and a whole host of clients. And essentially what happened for Michelle and Sam is that they found their passion, their gift, by being able to focus on their strengths. Yeah. And that's what we're all about. The Music in Me Foundation believes that each child has something special in them, a special gift. And our tagline is Unleash Your Superpowers. So that's our mission. When we go to schools and when we supply our literature, our books, our Rap on Reading books, is to help children tap into their special gifts so that they could unleash their superpowers and build their self-esteem and obtain their dreams. Our show, our multimedia show, it's a storytelling show. And we tell stories any way that you can imagine. Because we're not all wired the same. So we don't all tell stories the same way. We don't all learn the same way. So the idea is that we're going to communicate, express ourselves. If you're an auditory learner, listener, experiential, if you're visual, one of our hooks is going to grab. A very dear friend of mine traveled to Africa, and he had the opportunity to meet the Hadza tribe, which is one of the oldest civilizations in the modern world. I think it is the oldest. And one of the wise men, the elders, asked my friend, what are the 2 most important days of your life? And he thought, well, the day you're born and the day you die. It seemed to make sense to him.
Sounds good to me.
And he said, well, you got one of the answers correct. It is the day you're born, but the second most important day is the day you find your purpose, your calling, your voice. And when I heard that, I said, wow, we're on the right track. So that's in a